Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay and I've been watching other TTC vlogs for a while now, and so I finally kind of just decided I might want to try to make my own. So that's what this is. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm sure it'll come to me. So um, I guess I'll start by saying that my husband and I have been married since October 2010, so just over a year. We started trying to conceive in July of this year. So we're on our sixth cycle right now. I know that's not a very long time to try. I've definitely read and heard, that it could take at least a year for, on average, for average couples to conceive. And of course, I've seen on YouTube, I've watched vlogs of women who have said that they, have been trying for much longer than that. So I definitely know that we, could still have a long road ahead of us. But when we first started trying to conceive, my husband, the first month, he said, okay, I don't want to do anything. I had been watching, I guess, about other people's, charting and doing OPKs and tracking things and stuff like that. And so the first month, my husband was like, well, I don't want to do anything this month. I just want to have a month of, just seeing what happens. So I agreed to that, and so that's what we did. So when we didn't get pregnant that month, that's I started doing OPKs and charting, and I guess I sort of, I don't know if everybody thinks this or, what. I mean, I knew in my head that it could take a long time, but I still didn't think that it would take this long. I kind of had this thought in my head that, I would stop my birth control. I had not been on birth control that long. I would stop that, and then, I'd get pregnant right away and have no trouble, and it would be fine. And then, so after that first month, I was a little disappointed, but I was still like, okay, well, it was just 1 month, I'll probably get pregnant this month, especially if I chart and do OPKs and know when I'm ovulating and all of that. So that's definitely, obviously, not been the case. So through charting, I have been able to determine that I have a 10-day luteal phase. So the second half of my cycle has been 10 days consistently since I've been charting. And so it was kind of the fact that I just had this nagging feeling for a while about that, and I had been going to my just general practitioner for like my annual visits, so I didn't have an OBGYN, and I kind of wanted to have one anyway before I was pregnant, so that when I got pregnant I would already have a doctor and be able to just go there. And that combined with the fact that I had been charting and saw that I had a short luteal phase, I kind of wanted to go talk to a doctor. So my husband and I went online and found a provider, that takes our insurance and all that good stuff, and watched the practice that we chose. Actually has videos of all the doctors talking on the, about like why they became a doctor or why they chose this field and stuff like that. And so anyway, we picked a doctor that we liked based on this video and called, made an appointment. And so we first went in on November 3rd and talked to him then, and just, explained to him where we were at, and, that we'd been charting, and my luteal phase has been 10 days, and, just absolutely loved this doctor. And so I'm really happy that we went ahead and went to him, just so, at least so that I have him, so when I'm pregnant, I've already got a doctor. But so in talking with him that day, he said, his only, based on all my history and everything we talked about, and the only thing that he was a little bit, he didn't use the word concerned, but the only thing that stood out to him, I guess, kind of as something we might want to take a closer look at, was that I was only having 10 days in between. I'm sorry, this is one of our cats. Hopefully he's gonna sit back down or go away, but sorry. So the where was I? the doctor, so we went to him and he said that, he'd like to check my progesterone level, because that's what, I guess, controls how long your luteal phase is when you start to get your period again. So he wanted to check my progesterone level on day 7 after ovulation. So that ended up being, well, based on the Fertility Friend app on my phone that I've been using to track everything, based on it, 7 DPO was the day before Thanksgiving. So I went into the office and I had my blood drawn and had my progesterone level checked that day. Well, so of course then the next day was Thanksgiving, and then they were off that Friday too. So I didn't end up talking to them about the results until the following week. And anyway, it turns out that my progesterone level was a 10.9. Now, once I finally got my period after that, I realized that I really probably didn't go in. It wasn't really 7 days after ovulation that I went in. It was actually 5 DPO. But, I talked to the doctor about that, and he said he didn't really think that it made that much of a difference. So my progesterone level was a 10.9, and he said that he thought that was borderline. He really wanted to see it between 12 and 15. So based on that, so I was told all that on the phone by his nurse, and then she set me up an appointment with him to see him. We went back in on December 5th and talked to him face-to-face about everything. Because he said since he did want to see it a little higher, I guess he's kind of concerned that with what the level was, plus combined with the fact that, my luteal phase is only 10 days every month, he wanted to, he kind of wanted to go ahead and do something about trying to lengthen that phase so that if an egg is fertilized, it can implant properly and we can actually be pregnant. So we talked to him, and he said, we had 2 options. I could either take progesterone directly to try to increase my luteal phase, or I could go on a drug that would make my follicle produce enough progesterone on its own. He said he liked that way better because he'd rather get my body to do what it's supposed to on its own rather than just providing the supplement directly. But in order to do that, I could go on one of 2 drugs, and one of them was Clomid, which I had heard of. Obviously, everybody's heard of Clomid if they're trying to conceive and having trouble. And the other was Letrozole. And Letrozole, he said, is actually a drug for breast cancer. And it's actually a drug that my mom's taking because she had breast cancer, and I guess she takes it. Her breast cancer was an estrogen-fed cancer, and so I think this drug basically suppresses your estrogen production. So she's taking that. So anyway, the drug was created for that, but he said that somebody, some doctor somewhere figured out that it could also be useful in, I guess it suppresses your estrogen so that your progesterone level increases. I don't really know, but anyway, they determined that it could work for increasing your progesterone level and thereby increasing the length of your luteal phase. And so we started talking about those 2 drugs and which one we'd rather go on. And he was saying if I went on Clomid, I would have to come in every month for a pelvic exam because it overstimulates your follicles, and there's a higher risk of multiples with it compared to the Letrozole. He did say that the Letrozole is not good to take if you are pregnant, so he would not prescribe it without me taking a pregnancy test, even if I do get my period. So basically we decided that I would go on the Letrozole. He said it's absolutely safe if you're just trying to conceive and are not pregnant. And so right now, so we're trying again this cycle just naturally on our own, and so right now I'm on cycle day 15. So if we I've been ovulating around day 18 or so, so I should hopefully ovulate a little later this week, and then if I get pregnant, great. If I do get pregnant, he is still gonna go ahead and put me on progesterone, just to ensure that the pregnancy is sustained for the first few weeks. And if not, if I end up getting my period this month, then he's gonna, I'll have to go in and he's gonna give me a pregnancy test. And if I am not pregnant, he is going to give me a prescription for the Letrozole, and I'll take it on days 3 through 7, just as I would if it were Clomid, and see if that helps my situation. And I guess it should increase my luteal phase, and I guess it makes me ovulate earlier. So I'll probably ask him more about it whenever we get to that point and go in and get the prescription. But so that's kind of where we're at right now. My husband's actually out of town tonight and tomorrow night for work, and so if I get a positive OPK tomorrow, because I haven't gotten one yet, if I get one tomorrow, I'll probably drive up there after work tomorrow. I'm probably going to get off work early tomorrow anyway, and he's only an hour and a half away right now, so it's not like it's, really far. So I think that'll be our plan, just to try. I just want to try like one last time. I really, really wish I wouldn't have to go on a drug. And some people may think that it's kind of too early because we have only been trying 6 months. But I kind of feel like, we have at least identified an area that could be an issue. It's not like we're just going on a drug for no reason, just because. So that's kind of where we are. Other than that, I've been taking my prenatal vitamins. I went off birth control in July. I started the vitamins in July. I know you're supposed to take them 3 months before you start trying, but I didn't. But anyway, at this point, I've been taking them for 6 months, so all is fine there. I'm also taking a DHA supplement in addition to the vitamin. But just doing that. I'm doing OPKs. I'm doing my temps every morning for my charting. So every month so far, I've been able to tell from my chart when I ovulate. So, it's been. I definitely think that I am ovulating. I just don't think, for whatever reason, that I guess my progesterone level isn't high enough to keep my luteal phase going long enough for me to become pregnant. So anyway, this is my first vlog, and I hope, I'm just interested to see what comes of this, if I'm able to actually stick with making videos. I hope I can, because I really do enjoy watching everyone else's, and I've heard lots of other vloggers say that they really like and appreciate the sense of community they get from other YouTube TTCers. And so anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.